the first part starts off with just Lucy, and it's when she's singing, "Everything Charlotte says is a lie." Whenever you are singing, you're always sitting in your right hip and you're bouncing to the beat, but whenever it's just dialogue and there's no singing going on, then you are not bouncing. But this first part is just Lucy, so it starts off with her bouncing, and then whenever she gets to "It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie," you're gonna sway. "It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie." So it's just right, left, and then you just kind of circle back. And then you're just back to the hip. "Everything Charlotte says is a lie. You better not believe her." And then it goes, "She said she saw Kendra and Evan standing face to face, laughing and talking and holding hands, slipping all the way to first base." So it's first, "She said she saw." You point to the left, you point to the right, and then it goes, "Kendra," you're doing like a little dimple thing. "She said she saw Kendra," and then L for Evan. Evan at the mall, you're going to sway out, standing face to face, and then right, left on standing face to face, laughing and talking, and then holding hands. You're doing a little twinkly fingers for holding hands, and then slipping all the way to, so same thing you did with Evan, slipping all the way to first base, and you're just kind of like stepping out and bouncing as you do that. So right now during the dialogue, you're just talking, and then as soon as the singing starts, you start to bounce.
We all know one big figure. Everything Charlotte says is a lie. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. Everything Charlotte says is a lie. You better not believe her. She said she saw her and Evan at the mall, standing face to face, laughing, talking, and holding hands, slipping all the way to first base. But everything Charlotte says is a lie. You better not believe her.
So this next part is when Charlotte and Cassie come in. So when Charlotte and Cassie come in, you hear "Yellow, Cassie, Charlotte, yo." So Charlotte and Cassie are going yellow, and on yellow you're gonna do like a little pose, and we're probably gonna figure out the details of the poses, like the levels and whatnot, whenever we give everyone their placements. But for right now, just pick a pose or something. So Charlotte and Cassie, like yellow, and then Molly says Cassie, and she can just go out like Cassie, and then Lucy, Charlotte, and then on yo, everybody just goes back to standing normally and does the hip. So then it goes back to "Everything Charlotte says is a lie." Then it's the same thing. It's just going to be "Everything Charlotte says is a lie. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie." And obviously like Lucy is overlapping with Molly, but it's the same timing, it's same everything. And then it goes to "'Cause I just heard that she said she saw." It's the same thing. "'Cause I just heard that she said she saw Kendra and Evan." And when you're going like this for Evan, you're going to use that to just turn to the side. On their bikes. So on their bikes, having a little race. So you will all be facing the right. Yeah, so the next part is Molly saw Kendra at the park letting Evan get to second base. So then for that, it's just Molly saw Kendra at the park letting Evan get to second base. Pretty much the same thing as the other ones, just different lyrics. The only thing that's different is the bike part. And then this is when you go into Holy Macaroli. So Holy Macaroli, that part, it's gonna start off with, you're going to take 2 steps forward as you're doing this. So wherever you are, it's gonna be, take a step with your right foot, take a step with your left foot, and then when you're stepping together, you are rolling out. So that should be Holy Macaroli. So it fits with it. You roll your wrist down to your hip. So yeah, that's Holy Macaroli. And then from here, you're going, it can't be true. No, you can't. And you're gonna put your hand on your heart. No, you can't repeat a single word I'm telling you. But on you, you're gonna, can't repeat a single word I'm telling you. And then it goes, and oh, you're gonna have a little, just your flat hand like this together. And oh, and you're gonna have your hand behind your back. Can you na 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 na? Brett would do if he heard that kind of a rumor.
I don't say a word. No, I see Charlotte. No, everything Charlotte says is a lie. Molly says it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Everything Charlotte says and Molly says is a lie. You better not believe her. 'Cause I just heard that she said she saw Hannah and Evan on the bike having a little race. Don't saw Kendra at the park, ready to get to second base. And everything Charlotte says is
And then you're putting your phone away.
better not believe her. Holy macaroni, no, it can't be true. No, you can't repeat a single word I'm telling you. And oh, can you imagine what Brett would do if he heard that kind of a rumor?
And then you walk off. Okay, so then this is when everybody comes in for this. And it's gonna start off the same way as the other Holy Macaroli. It goes, Holy Macaroli, oh, it can't be true. There's an awful lot of trouble they can get into. So that part, everybody's pointing in different directions for there's an awful lot of trouble they could get into. So awful lot of trouble they can. That's the only parts that you're pointing at. So just like pick a direction each time. Awful lot of trouble they can. Then you're gonna turn right and left. Get into. And oh, and then it's back to the same thing. Could you imagine what Brett would do? And then you're just, if you heard that kind of a rumor, and then you walk off. So it's pretty much the same thing after the get into, until instead of the phone thing, because at this part, nobody's really gonna have phones. So for the Brett part, you really will be just miming a phone. And you're just basically taking a step back with your right foot, following it with your hands, following it with your hands. So if he heard that kind of a rumor, and on rumor, you're walking in whatever direction you're leaving.
Holy macaroni, oh, it can't be true. There's an awful lot of trouble they could get into. And oh, can you imagine what Brett would do if he heard that kind of a rumor?
Probably gonna have 2 other ensemble members in this as well. But you also might be doing something different. We just have to figure it out when we have everybody, because there is like trio work in this. So who knows, I might have 2 more sets of trios. But for sure, Molly, Cassie, and Lucy are going to be doing this. So it's to the melody of like the whole chorus of the song. So it's just, so you hear a dun dun, and Lucy is gonna go bop bop, and we're gonna have Molly and Cassie lift her and go forward a little bit. So that's on dun dun da 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 da. Then you should be in your spot. The next part we're having oh wait da 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 da. So yeah, so after you land, you're gonna go da 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 da. So it's just gonna be so after this, basically like the O in like opportunity, and then you wrap it around as you're pivoting. So you're doing a pivot with your step with your right foot, turn, step, turn. So it's just a pivot, but you're just having your kind of like an opportunity O and then wrapping it around your head. So da 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 da. Then whenever you're here, you're still sitting in your hip, you're just gonna do a da da da, just a little hip movement. Da 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 da. On that part, Lucy's gonna have her hands like this. Molly and Cassie are gonna be on either side, like they're whispering to her. So da 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 da. And it's just gonna be on that part where they're going back and forth whispering. And then you'll hear da 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 da. That's going step, finger and look, and then da, and then you walk off.